All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Welcome to March, and welcome to the NCAA tournament, to literally the only game that matters. All the other ones are just here for fun. We're the one that actually is the one that we're all going to sweat over and be nervous about. So here we go. Here we go. Time to put the cat back in the bag. Let me just get my notes up and get ready to run. I've been waiting. I'm sure, as all of you have, we have been waiting all day for this. They put us at the very end. We literally just watched a number 4 seed in Auburn go down to number 13 Yale, another team, by the way, from the Northeast. So, yeah. So hopefully we don't have back-to-back upsets here. There have been some good games. The Florida-Colorado one had a pretty good ending. The one this morning went into overtime with Northwestern. And who was that? Northwestern, and I can't even remember at this point. Anyway, Northwestern won. It was pretty good. But, like I said, the one that matters here is our game against Vermont. Vermont enters the NCAA tournament on a 10-game winning streak. This will be the 5th NCAA tournament for the Vermont Catamounts in the last 8 seasons. Gonzaga being the only other mid-major team that has more tournament appearances than Vermont in the same time frame. Now, the Big East, not the Big East, the American East champion, 3 times over here, comes into this game really with one previous win as a 13 seed. It happened against Syracuse way back in the day, 60-57. That was in 2005. And I'm not really sure I remember what I was doing in 2005, but apparently it happened. There you go. In my country, it's midnight. I've literally been trying to take my mind off of this all day. Yeah, it's probably pretty late. If anybody's in Europe, for example, it is past midnight there. Timothy says, greetings, can't stay long. All good, man. And hello, everybody. Okay. The unfortunate news that we heard earlier this week was that Caleb Foster was done for the season. Officially done for the season with a ankle sprain, fracture, whatever you want to call it, undisclosed lower leg injury that will never get fixed. Whatever it is, he's done. All right, so we can't use him for the rest of the season. So it'll be the 5 main starters here for our Blue Devils with Filipowski, Mitchell, Roach, Proctor, and McCain. Now, the interesting thing that everybody has been posting all week is that Vermont seemingly has no size and that Filipowski should be able to feast. Partially true, at least on paper. They have 2 6'8" guys and they got a 6'9" guy. The 2 6'8" guys average about 3 rebounds per game and the 6'9" guy averages 5. So, they say the NCAA tournament is all about matchups. And, we've got a whistle off the tip-off, and I don't know, because I guess nobody touched it, so they're going to re-tip it. All right. So, and Vermont is going to start with the ball here, and that's Shamir Bogues there for Vermont. He was the most outstanding player in the tournament, and he picks up right where he left off there. Actually, no, that was Illyri. That's 3 for him. Now, hold on, there's okay, that's got to mute that, thank you. Okay, now we can focus. McCain for 2 to start the scoring. We'll have to see how well McCain does today, obviously. Freshman NCAA tournament. He posted earlier today, actually, saying that, the last couple games, not really the Duke Blue Devils that, people had come to expect. So they were going to fix that today. Let's see. And that's Proctor. Ooh, that should have been a foul there on Fiorello. And not called, though. They're going to let them play it out here. Now it's Roach down low, and Filipowski comes over for the block on Fiorello, and that's the first block for Filipowski. Yes, no slow starts. Man, that's we've seen a couple slow starts. I mean, we've seen Virginia put up a total of, 14 points in a half in the NCAA tournament. There was an 11-point half from one of the teams yesterday, I think it was. That was pretty brutal. So, the first foul here called against the Catamounts. which is just another fancy way to say cougar, by the way. It's a tiger. It's a cat. It's a large cat. Yes. Not sure exactly what the hang-up here is, as we're John Shire having a chat with the officials. And we're just going to get it going. UConn swept Stetson off this floor earlier in the afternoon window. They wasted no time declaring that game over before half, as you would imagine, as the defending national champion begins its title defense. And Roach gets the first one. Anybody else, if you watch the end of the Auburn game, where that guy missed the 2 free throws, he was an 83% free throw shooter, and for Roach misses one there. And just like, that's like the equivalent, if you're an Auburn fan, I guess to put that in perspective for us, it's like the equivalent of Jeremy Roach going up to the free throw line down 2 with a chance to tie the game, and he misses both of them late in the game. That's like very different. It's like, you're like, I not exactly expect that one. It's a good steal there by Filipowski, and Vermont trying to bring a double team here early on, and Filipowski gets stripped, actually. So effective defense there by Vermont, as the Cats just keep clawing at it. And Vermont going to reset here, as Fiorello hands it off to TJ Long, averaging about 12 points per game, shooting about 38% from beyond the three-point line. And that 3 is no good. The Vermont Catamounts averaging around 9 threes per game. So we have definitely seen people get hot from 3. Think Oakland last night in that Golke guy. Holy cow, 10 3-pointers. Almost another turnover by Duke, but Mitchell picks it up. We got 8 seconds there, and Mitchell, a lot of contact down low and another foul. So the strategy is to keep attacking here. That should be a foul on either Veretto or Fiorello. Isn't it odd they show college basketball in Saudi Arabian sports channels? I guess the NCAA tournament is rather international. That's a miss from Mitchell. Now we've got 2 misses. Missed free throws, chat, are like how NCAA games between disparate seed lines stay close, by the way. Which is not what you want here, as Mitchell makes the second of 2, and Duke's got the advantage 4-3 here. Did you see that Florida game? Yeah, that was in 202 point, like a defense optional, man. It's like an NBA game in the scoring column. It's crazy. As McCain hits the deck there on defense, his man it's TJ Long. Yeah, that is TJ Long. Can't get it to go. Got some separation when McCain hit the deck. Now we got Proctor probing. Proctor trying to create contact there, but Proctor will just finish with the right hand at the rim. Nicely done by Tyrese Proctor. 6-3 here in the early going for the Blue Devils. All right, boys, let's go. Whew. So far, we've got some decent defense. There it is by McCain. And now we got another steal. Not quite. It lands right in the hands of Vermont. Oh, Aaron Deloney, right place, right time. And what should have been a Duke steal bounces the way of Vermont. One on one here for Flip as Vermont brings the double. Nice extra pass, and now this is going to be an open shot from Proctor. Too short, though, and that 3 doesn't go. Yeah, the 3-point shooting against NC State wasn't any good, but congrats to them, by the way, for advancing in their first-round game yesterday. I did watch that one. That was well played by NC State. I did have them in my bracket. And Deloney hits from 3 again. He's got the last 5 here for Vermont as Vermont retakes the lead 8-6. The most recent meeting by these two teams, if you recall, was back in 2013. I actually had this right. My memory was correct on this. Somebody had asked in Discord about this Vermont matchup, and I was like, I'm pretty sure the last time these 2 met, it was in Cameron. It was a 1-point win for Duke that we almost lost, actually. And Roach answers with the 3 there. Nicely done. 9-8. I remember that game because it was the year after I graduated. And that one put the non-conference home win streak on the line before Stephen F. Austin eventually killed it. But yeah, that was a close one back in 2013. As of right now, Auburn's loss. Only 10 brackets are dust-free. That's crazy. I wonder if any of those 10 brackets have Duke losing. Bogues here gets 2 more, and Mitchell is going to drive in, and that'll be another foul on Fiorello. Cat fan, welcome in. And we've hit the first TV media timeout, so that will be 10-9 here. Both teams kind of settling in before in this segment here. 10-9, so it doesn't look like, either team is going to run away with it early, like UConn was doing. All right, let's see. So let's pull up the stats here for us. All right, personal fouls here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fiorello had 2 fouls. Deloney has the other one, which is the third. So Fiorello, which is one of their 6'8" forwards, one bit of their height, right, for Vermont, with 2 early fouls here before the first media, or at the first media timeout, which should give us even more advantage down low. Well, Flip hasn't done, we've only played 5 minutes, Cat fan. Should Kentucky be stripped of their Blue Bud card? I actually saw an interesting tweet this morning about the stats of, it's really sort of been a tale, the last decade of Kentucky has been everything up until 2018, and then everything beyond 2018. Nicholas, welcome in. And welcome in everybody who's freshly joining us here for March Madness. And basically, the crux of the Kentucky stats was based on more or less that, in the last 6 years, they've missed the tournament. They're 1 in, 4, I suppose, in the NCAA tournament versus pre-2018, where they won a national title when Anthony Davis was there. They had the almost perfect season in 2015 when Wisconsin beat them in the Final Four. But Kentucky gave Calipari a lifetime contract, I'm pretty sure. So it's sort of unclear to me exactly as to what they can really do there. And now, of course, all of Big Blue Nation over there is turning against him, which, it's a little pathetic, but we've seen this at times too with Duke. Duke loses a game and all of a sudden people start calling for Shire's head, and you're like, what? Really? So I think everybody has just become much more sensationalist late. Although I do think that there is a sea change that is happening in the midst of college basketball, which is oh wow, the Colorado shot is the closest we've come to the buzzer beater so far. Yeah, see, it's amusing watching them eat their own. They showed that not even 20 seconds of their final shot went, that all message forums and websites crashed due to enraged Kentucky natives. It is also funny as they flash this stat up where they say, oh, it's a down year for the ACC. It's always a down year for the ACC. And then when you get into the tournament, the teams that get into the tournament do well. You have the SEC is 1 in 5, and so far 3 ACC teams have advanced between NC State, Clemson, and North Carolina, and now of course we're watching the Duke one live. So you could have the ACC teams doing quite well. Forget Virginia. Virginia is just a meltdown of a disaster. I think it's kind of odd that or I guess it was correct actually, that you saw Virginia, who finished higher in the ACC. They finished 3rd, right? And we got a Filipowski or a Proctor foul, one of these two. Anyway, Virginia finishing 3rd in the ACC. Clemson finishing somewhere in the middle of the pack. But Clemson got a 6 seed and Virginia got a 10. And I suppose at the end of the day, the seeding, it was in fact Clemson who was the better team. And they proved it today. They ran away with their 6-11 game. And some of the 11s, at least yesterday, the 11s had a lot of success. So Credit to Clemson. Congratulations to them as well. No congratulations given to the UNC Tar Heels, however. Just State and Clemson for now, I guess. Deloney right now has 7. Yeah. Miami went to the Final Four last year, right? So, like, new blood versus blue blood. Yes, the Gonzaga-Kansas game, that's an interesting one, too, because that's typically, like, a game you would expect to see in the Elite Eight! Oh, my goodness, is Mark Mitchell says, pay attention! And he slams it down. Nice little pick and roll action between him and McCain. You're drinking a Bang energy drink? I don't know if we need any more energy. It's the NCAA tournament. If you're not up and ready for this, I can't help you. And there's the blow by, but the deflection by Filipowski. And right now, if Duke pushes, it's a 5-on-4. We got numbers. Pushing it up the floor is Proctor for 3. That's way off. No, it's not. Proctor hits that one, and Duke is jumping out to a quick 4-point lead here at the Barclays Center. Nice little transition play, and Duke actually hits it. I like to see the speed, like playing at that rate. And here's Deloney again, trying to do some fancy dribbling, and he's going to jack up a 3. That's no good. Proctor's going to come down with the rebound, and now Duke is running again over to Roach. Roach is going to put it on the deck, and actually he gets caught there. There's Mitchell, and Mitchell right inside, and Mitchell's got 7, and that's a quick timeout for Vermont. Shire has a lot to prove. I mean, he has a lot to prove in as much as he just has to make the Sweet 16 again, because that's what this team did last year. So, like, you bring back basically the same team minus Derek Lively, which is a lot to, take off. And so you expect that's the expectation. Now, the funny one is why people would say, well, Shire has a lot to prove because of the debacle in the ACC tournament. Now, granted, I agree. That was a debacle. Like, it's a game that we should not have lost. But look, at the end of the day, wait, last year they did. Was it second round? No. If we win, do we play the winner of Madison, Wisconsin? Yes. We play the winner of JMU, Wisconsin, which is the game right after this in New York. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, at the end of the day, NC State beat everybody. So, like, what are you gonna, like, there's a bizarre counterfactual on that one, which is like, okay, I guess if Duke had beaten NC State, then, like, somebody else would have won the ACC, like, right? But, like, look at it this way. NC State beat Duke as a 4 seed, beat Virginia, who was a 10, and then beat UNC, who was a 1. And then they beat the 6 seed yesterday as the 11, like, in the tournament. So, I don't know, man. They're on one hell of a tear. Oh, it was the second round? Okay, fine. So if you at least make the Sweet 16, then you've done better than you did last year, right? There you go. Titus played a great football. No, I remember it was a football game. I remember. I just didn't remember what actual. I guess I have to go back to, like, round it was in. I thought it was the Sweet 16, but apparently it's not. I'm clouded by the year prior to our Elite 8 run in that particular one. Let's see, Tennessee. It was the second round. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we beat some bird team. Oh, we beat Oral Roberts. Some bird team. It was Oral Roberts, that's right. It was apparently supposed to, like, light it up from 3, and they never did. We have a technical foul on the Vermont coach, apparently. Annette Washington. Now you know Duke is legendary. Let's go, Duke. Welcome into the stream, Annette. Welcome. We got a technical foul, a 2-shot technical on the Vermont coach here. Nick says he's about to have a girlfriend in a few weeks. That's kind of an odd statement, because it's like a future. I'm not sure how you know you're going to... You know that. UNC once NC State in the Final Four. That would be hilarious. I pulled the UNC Arizona matchup such that Caleb Love could beat UNC because I think it would just be poetic. Like that's the game that everybody wants, right? It's UNC Arizona. That's the game everybody wants to see. And the NCAA tournament is built around storylines. And so that is one of the best storylines I could come up with. And so I go ahead and pick it. It's like, you just have to remember that, like, we're living in the simulation. So, like, the most entertaining outcome is probably the most likely. Yeah. Oh, you've been talking to them for about a week. I see. All right. Stoked for this year, but not going to lie, hype for next year, too. The future is, yes, the future, of course, the future is bright for Duke. There's the double team again for Vermont, as Filipowski has to pass out of it, and then the extra pass between McCain and Proctor. Proctor going to put it on the floor, and it actually gets blocked, but lands right back to Filipowski, who gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell has to put it up because the shot clock expired on him, and Filipowski comes down with a rebound. There's like 2 6'2" dudes trying to guard Filipowski. In and out for McCain. Oof, that was a good pass by Filipowski. It just didn't go down for us. It's Filipowski's basically rebounding between 2 guards for Vermont. That's just kind of a funny scene. And Vermont, good cut there by Alamutu. 2 points for him. The commentary is the A crew for CBS, by the way. I highly recommend it. It's Bill Raft, Grant Hill, and who's the? It's not Jim Nance anymore. Ian. I think so. Oh, that's another beautiful feed. Chip Spinarkle? No, not Ian Eagle, I think. That's 9 points for Mitchell. But I am a huge Bill Rafferty fan, I have to say. He is my favorite. Oh my goodness, the give and go action there for Vermont. That was way too easy. That was terrible Duke defense. As Deloney puts up 9. That is awful Duke defense. Filipowski thought about 3, but gave it back to Roach. And now we're going to feed Mitchell. Mitchell 1-on-1 here against Lamutu, and that comes up empty. Duke right now by 5 as the Catamounts are trying to push it up the floor. TJ Long was calling for it. He was wide open, but no. In and out the 3 for Vermont. McCain with a rebound. Roach up ahead, 1-on-2. Roach. No, they're going to call that a foul on the floor on Long, actually, and that'll be team foul number 5 for Vermont. Yeah, the defense needs to do way better. Nicholas talked to her on the phone for 3 hours. All right. I believe it. As long as you're able to make her a Duke fan, it works. So, all right, who's got the other foul for? So Roach, but the foul was on the floor, so there's no free throws on this. Duke will inbound from the sideline. Duke will inbound from the sideline here as we when we come back. This is the under 12 timeout. Yeah, the under 12. So also, I really hate the stats on this NCAA stats page. It's just like really terrible to look at. Somehow, okay, it is 4 fouls. I have it right. Let's go, Duke. So remember, Duke is what, 28-3, I think is now. If we're keeping score, 28-3 when Mark Mitchell scores 10 or more points. Right now he's got 9. So yeah, this is like NCAA.com March Madness as the stats page, but it's like, I don't know. We might have to go to ESPN or something. I don't like how it's formatted. I much prefer the one where we have, like, the one we have during the season. Yeah, it is pretty wonky. Let's say I'm not particularly a fan. Box score. Team stats. Let's see. Duke shooting at 58%. Actually, Vermont isn't far off. They're 7-14. The defense has been rather aquatic at the moment for the Blue Devils. It's just that the threes, Vermont really hasn't come up, come up well from three here. They're only 2 of 7, or 2 of 4 at the moment. But right now, a bit of a difference at the free throw line right now. 5 of 8, which might be what the Vermont coach kind of was taking issue with, the disparity of the free throw line. Duke certainly taking its fair share of free throws here in the first 10 minutes of the game. Yeah. You gotta trust Roach at this point, man. He's our senior, right? This is like March Roach is like a coined term. Like, that is the thing. Where's Deloney? Tracy Wolfson. All right, and the alley-oop by Sean Stewart is not good. I was looking up Deloney. Deloney, the senior guard, averaging 11 points per game, currently has 9. So he's going to be the one dude there for Vermont. Sean Stewart there. He will get the first. What team from any Duke era would you take to play any team in the tournament in its prime? Jeez. I mean, you'd probably have to take the Bobby Hurley team and the Leitner team, right? Like, from back in the day. I would think. Probably one of the better teams of all time. 99. Oh, the J with Williams? McCain picks up a foul. Actually, the first or second on Duke? I don't know. Jalen Blakes! Wow, Jalen Blakes makes an appearance in an NCAA tournament game. I take the Indy team. Ooh. Catfan wants Powell to get a ring. He was carrying that team, man. That team was a lot of fun. Well, that team, yeah, as the final Coach K team. That should have been destiny. Yeah. That should have been the team of destiny that that unfortunately didn't happen. As I was saying, like, you take the best storyline in the NCAA, that would have been the storyline that for some reason it didn't come together there. As Duke just, I don't know, butterfingered between Blakes, Ryan Young, and Sean Stewart that they can't seem to keep their hands on the ball. That was almost a reach-in foul by Blakes here, as this is TJ Hurley now. Going left, and we got a foul on Stewart as the whistle is a bit quicker here after the TV timeout. A little suspect about this. I don't know, that was a bit of a weak foul. Yeah, Long's got one. Deloney's got one. It's 5 fouls. All right. We got another hold. We got a hold on Proctor. We picking up 4 fouls in the last 4 minutes here? Like, Proctor is going to pick up 2 fouls here as McCain is back, Filipowski's back, and then the inbound pass, oh, that Filipowski gets hit. And that's Io Falea. If he's guarding 4 positions, someone teach him how to keep his forearm off the man he's guarding. He's got to do better out on the perimeter. Maybe my response to that is maybe he shouldn't be guarding 4 positions. Maybe you should just keep him close to the paint. Is Filipowski going for the 1-1, and he makes the first. These are Filipowski's first points of the day here. 23-16 after that free throw. Well, that's a Shire problem. Yes, it is. It is. Maybe he's just a defensive liability. Just keep him in for the high-flying dunks on offense. Let's see on this possession, though, if the ball even makes it over to his man. He's guarding Nick Fiorello right now. Flip might have flopped. I sort of agree with that statement, yeah. It was kind of weak, but he did get the call. I mean... But yeah. It looked a little odd. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Blakes is just dogging his man, and Stewart comes up with the ball there off the deflection. And that was basically a shot clock violation. And the pass from Roach is too hot to handle for Filipowski, and it's a turnover, a rare turnover for Jeremy Roach. As Blake's out guarding Rockmore. No, and... Oh, what a block by Roach! All ball. Wow. That was cool. Look at this nice block. Look at this nice block by the captain. Woo! All ball. Get out. Oh my god, the feed! No! Filipowski blocks that one. 2 blocks on long. Dude, this kid has been blocked twice in the last 10 seconds. You gotta feel for him a little bit. 3 seconds here. We gotta get a holding call as Blake's is gonna get called again. And the fouls are just racking up for Duke. Duke is playing with poise and confidence. It's not bad. We could definitely do better defensively, though. Too many cuts. Like, we're just getting beat off the dribble, like, with the cuts here. It's too easy right now. See if somebody cuts to the basket right now. No, they're going to have to force him to throw it long here, as Vermont's got 20 seconds. TJ Long comes up with it and brings it back into the front court. And Vermont hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. As good defense by Mitchell. Turnaround jump shot by the lefty Long. No good. And you got Blake's in there for the rebound. And he does come up with that one. And now here we go again. Duke just going to play some half-court basketball at the moment. 8:10 to go. Presumably the next whistle takes us to a timeout here. And there, nice pass to Mitchell. There's the pick and roll. Mitchell the hesitation, and Mitchell the easy 2. I mean... It was said earlier we should just keep feeding Mitchell. I mean, it's basically like the Mark Mitchell show. He seems to be able to get to the rim whenever he wants, inside, score. He puts a foot in the paint, it's an automatic 2. Like, he should just touch the ball on every possession. Like, if this dude, like, just let him go and, like, put up 25. And where's the foul? What? Come on. Well, the block by Filipowski and Roach on that play was impressive. Where is this foul? What? Roach was using his body on Fiorillo. What? 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 Why? What? The dude has 6 inches on Roach. Like, what? If Vermont makes the pass over the top, there's no way Roach is stopping it. Pass it far enough over the top that Fiorillo's going to come down with it, and it's going to be... Somebody's going to have to rotate over and come up with that and help, because if not, it's just an easy 2. Where's the foul? What is that? Yikes. By the way, in case anybody ever thought that Duke got all the calls, you were watching the Kansas-Samford game yesterday, because damn, Samford got robbed. That was crazy. Deloney, personal fouls, 6. 2 fouls for Proctor and 5. It's 6 even. Is it Roach has 2? Kane to Stewart, Blake's. There we go. Maybe they should challenge that. You can't challenge that. I mean, unfortunately, you cannot challenge. Maybe Shire needs to get a tee whining about the calls like the Vermont coach. I mean, it seems effective, like, in the short term. Although his team does find themselves now down 10, so I guess, like, you know. I guess it didn't quite work. The Vermont coach right now talking about, you know, how they have been really good defensively all season. He's not wrong. Vermont is 9th in the nation, not just their conference, in the nation in scoring defense at 60, holding teams to 63 points per game. And also ranked 9th in turnovers on their side, basically a push between us and them. But, like, you know, right now we're basically on target for that 60-something. Probably for closer to the 70s, though. So Vermont is a very good defensive team. It just hasn't come up yet, right now. Which I suppose we don't mind. There's the inbound play to Iophalia. And he's working on Roach right now with a little bit of size advantage. And the turnaround jump shot, yes. Eight-point lead right now for Duke, 26-18. Vermont also a team that has come back 5 times this season to win after trailing. So a team that does not go away. Oh my goodness. Filipowski pissed at Mitchell for not feeding him down low. And now Blake's will. And then there's the reversal. And Blake's misses the 3. And oh my God, they're going to call McCain for a foul, which is not a foul at all. Like, the dude just fell over. Come on, man. It's the second foul for McCain. Our guys are getting themselves into foul trouble. Lame. First free throws for Vermont. Taken here at the 6:49 mark. It's a 1-and-1, and it does not go because it wasn't a foul. So these refs have a very quick whistle today for both teams, by the way. Roach trying to go left, and there's Mitchell, and now to Proctor. Proctor putting on the deck. Nice pass to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to put it up. Ooh, not quite. That was too difficult there as Vermont brought the double team. Yeah, K could work the refs, I agree. Shire is too young. He needs another 10 years. Oh, nice steal by Blakes. Is he going to dunk it? Is he going to lay it in and miss? Oh, no. Okay. He actually gets the lay-in. Woo! Okay, everybody has to hold their breath when Jalen Blakes is in a fast break with a layup potential, because we know how poorly that has ended in the past. So a good steal there. Iophalia just discards Filipowski. No foul call, thankfully. Here's Blake's, and now flip. And Flip over to Proctor. Kind of sets a little bit of a screen there, trying to get Roach some space. Rescreens for Roach. Roach goes left. They're trying to look for the pick and roll. He can't. We got a hell ball. Possession to Duke. Actually, we'll keep it here. So we'll take it from the baseline. It's a nice heads-up play by Blakes. Proctor looking for options here. There's Roach. Oh my god. Roach just hands it right to Vermont. You saw what he was doing, but Blake steals it again! And Blakes is looking for Proctor. No! Oh, it gets deflected. Oh. Proctor was calling for an alley-oop pass. What a mess. Oh my goodness. He literally can't. He turned himself over by being unable to dribble. Oh my god. Okay, we should be up like 12 or 14 at this point. Well, remember that time when... Oh, and he steals it again! Blake's with his third steal, but he can't dribble! Oh my goodness! Ah! I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't believe it. And he fouls for a 1-and-1 for Vermont, which they miss. 4 points! Unbelievable. Oh my god. Roach to Proctor. Proctor gonna set up for 3. That's way too strong. No, that should be a foul on 21. So on 21, yeah, on 21. On Joba, he discarded Mitchell. That's a rebounding foul. Joba scores here, and it's an 8-point game. He'd be better shooting a step back. He'd be better calling a timeout after getting the turnover. Oh my goodness, what a move by Filipowski. Oh, and it rolls out on him. Ah! What is going on? 3 for Vermont. Oh my god. Timeout. 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 This game has completely turned. Wow. I mean, you kind of see this like whole thing, like it's just a comedy of errors, one after the other. Blakes steals the ball on back-to-back possessions and dribbles himself into a turnover. And then this one with Filipowski, it's like literally lays it on the rim, doesn't dunk it, because this team doesn't like to dunk for some reason. It's 6 points that we've just left there. This is literally the anatomy of an upset. This is how upsets in the NCAA tournament happen when you have double-digit differences in between your seeds. Come on. You should be up 16. 16 points. And instead, it's a 5-point game. Get out. This is a huge possession coming up right now. This is a huge possession. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not good is what it's not. I'm speechless, man. It's so bad. I You come up with 3 steals, and and every single one of the steals goes right back as a turnover to the other team. What am I watching? Literally, what am I watching? Blake's 2 fouls, Stewart 1. I think I have this right. Roach with 2, Filipowski is 1. No, sorry. Proctor's got 2. The entire backcourt is in foul trouble. I mean, Filipowski gets within 3 feet of the basket and then settles for the hook. Like, man. Brutal. All right, we need a good play here. We need a Jeremy Roach play. Yeah, we've been 3 of 11 since we started 6 of 7. Yeah, it shows. So all 5 starters are back in the game at the moment. We're going to clear it out for Filipowski, and that's going to be a foul, and it'll be a 1-and-1 as Filipowski goes to the line. Yeah, I don't know why the CBS broadcast has 8 fouls. The other stats say 9, and I don't even know. Whew. The roller coaster of the free throw line for Filipowski. So far, he's 3 of 3. And he shanks the 4th one, or the 2nd one of this little sequence, but he's 3 for 4 so far as Duke clings to a 6-point lead here with 3:15 to go in the first half. We've definitely made our living at the free throw line, +9 in that category as compared to Vermont, and that's almost a turnover there forced by Filipowski, and now Vermont has to reset offense here with 5 seconds on the shot clock and 30 feet from the basket. Nice, good defense. Oh, come on! What? This smells really rotten, chat. These last 4 minutes are bad omens. Bad omen, okay? Roach trying to go left. Roach inside, gets it deflected, and Roach going to try to put it up again. There's no shot that thing goes down. Not at all. No. Terrible shot by Roach. After he got it deflected the first time, he should have just tried to reset. Find a better shot. Bogues over to Long. Back to Bogues. So you got 10 seconds here. Filipowski's out on Bogues. There's the pick. No. Bogues going left. Oh my god, they got an and one. This is insane. We were up 10. This is classic Duke team that has happened all season. You go up 10 and you say, okay, can you put your foot down and put a team away and really sort of assert yourself? And the answer is irrevocably no. You can't get out of your own way. And Vermont can't hit free throws, thankfully. We gotta get this thing inside, man. I mean, Mitchell hasn't scored in almost 10 minutes. The cross-court pass, Filipowski to McCain. McCain! Big shot by McCain. That looked good. 32-27. Just have a strong finish here to the half, guys. Come on. Vermont really taking its time. It doesn't really initiate much offense until 10 seconds left. And now here's a steal. McCain has it this time, and that's a foul. Yes, absolutely. That'll be free throws here for the Blue Devils. One and one for Jared McCain. He's a fantastic free throw shooter this season. Percentage in the 80s. Yeah, 87%. Nice. Makes that first one. He's got 7 right now. It feels crazy to me, though, that Mitchell has just, like, disappeared from the game. He got his 11 points in the half, and then he's just disappeared. McCain gets them both, as he's got 8, and we're sitting at 34-27 as Jalen Blakes comes back in the game. I guess to protect McCain's 2 fouls. Don't really want to expose him here in the last 70 ticks of the first. This is... Sorry, that was Hurley again. That doesn't go. Same team, guys. Duke comes down with a rebound. That was about 3 Blue Devils going for that one. Could go 2 for 1 here if we go quick. I mean like really quick. We got to go in the next 5 seconds. Roach will try it. Filipowski comes down with the rebound, and here's out to Proctor. Proctor for 3, no. Filipowski may have gotten pushed, no foul call. It's a 5-second game clock, shot clock differential. My guess is Vermont will hold for the final shot. They don't have their freebie timeout. Their use it or lose it timeout, since they already used it earlier in the half. So they're just going to let this thing tick down. We're at 8 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6, 5, 4. This is Deloney. Deloney going right. Good defense by Filipowski. Oh, come on. A scoop underhand shot? Like, what is that? Like, are you kidding? What? Why is it not updating? That's weird. Oh. Well, there you go. 34-19. This makes... This is the kind of stuff that's, like, really bad juju, okay? Like, this stuff at the end of the game, like... This stuff at the end of halves... No, that's the Filipowski throwaway. That's not... No. Forget that one. Where is the... Like... Are you actually kidding me? Like, what? I don't... He is dead. This dude is dead to rights, and he just... It's like in the YMCA! Like, come on! It's like not real basketball. Okay. He's literally putting up prayers here. And then there's the one before this. Where is it? It's like slow to search. I don't know why. I don't know what to say about the game. I mean, it's like self-inflicted, man. I agree it's completely self-inflicted. No, that was the 3. Hold on. Where's this other dude's shot? Yeah, the marshness is flowing through Vermont. They had 2 random floaters. Yes, it is exactly the problem, right? Like, this is classic NCAA tournament, March Madness. Like, Upset written all over it right now. Be very nervous. Be very nervous going into the second half here. This is the other one. I finally found it again. No, that wasn't it. That was the end one. That was a good play. That was legit. Goes in between Mitchell and Flip. Is it this one? Of course, yeah. Vermont for sure has confidence right now. Is it this one? No. Anyway, I can't find it right now. But like, yeah, Vermont has confidence. They definitely believe. I mean, they just saw Auburn lost to Yale in their 13-4 matchup there. They 100% believe that they're going to win this game right now. This is really bad. This is really bad. What's crazy to me, hold on, let me make sure I get these stats updated. So that's two. Fiorello is on the bench the entire time too. We should have had size inside, and we just don't want to play an inside game or anything. So okay, I guess. What does Charles Barkley have to say? I can't wait to hear that. Kane's got 2. Proctor's got 2. Roach has 1. Blake says 2. Stewart got 1. Jesus, 10 fouls in that half. Vermont is beatable, though. Marquette was able to prevail. I mean, of course, Marquette, Vermont. Of course, Vermont is beatable. But, the game turned 180 on the 2 plays that Jalen Blake's completely flubbed. It was a 10-point game, and you come up with 2 back-to-back steals that should put you up 14. All right? And then you are on your way. You're we're just going to keep it rolling. It's going to be like a UConn situation. And literally, this team cannot get out of its own way. Turnovers off the steals. Filipowski goes in, doesn't dunk the ball, puts up a soft bunny. It doesn't go. Vermont comes back and scores 5 immediately. Kenny Smith actually defending Duke. Oh, and Barkley is having his fun time. Okay, Jason, what's up? Mitchell is putting in the work. He's got 11. Filipowski, not so good. He has the assist. Well, he's actually only got 2 assists. He's got 3 points and 2 assists. He has 8 rebounds, though. That's kind of the thing. Kenny defending Duke isn't nice, maybe. Oh, is nice. Maybe that is. Yeah, I mean, he's basically saying that the second half is when the team is much more kind of really asserts itself. But oh my goodness. Let's see. I mean, the stats are not great. We're shooting 43%. We were at one point we were shooting 58%, okay, in this first half. We're at 43.5 from the floor. We're at 37.5 from 3. Our only saving grace at the moment is the free throws, where it's 11 to 16, and even then we're sub 70%. But Vermont hasn't made a single free throw. They've only taken 3 of them, and we've taken 16. And look, it's a 5-point game, so wow, okay. Vermont is 13 of 27, so they've actually made more shots than we have, and they're shooting better than us. And we are at least +5 in the rebounding department, but let's see. Turnovers are basically even because we keep giving the ball back to them. At least Vermont hasn't capitalized off any of the turnovers. We've just prevented ourselves from scoring as a result of them. And we've only scored 7 off their 7. And the crazy one, but you look at the points in the paint and the rebounding margin, people were talking about the Vermont height, lack of height all week, and it's turned out to be total cope. You're just making excuses because you're trying to figure out a way to sort of outsmart yourself here in oh yeah, Duke's gonna win just because they're taller. No! We have 14 points in the paint! Both teams have the same number of points in the paint! And our guys are 4 inches taller than theirs. What? That's ridiculous. And you're only winning +5 in the rebounding category. It's not that much, right? Maybe this will be the close game to get their heads straight for the rest of the tourney. What happened to NC State? That was the game you actually lost, right? How many more times? And you knew it was coming, man. Because what was it? Was it yesterday? The day before, Wednesday. Filipowski puts out a tweet or a TikTok or an Instagram or whatever, and it was I saw it on Twitter, but where he's announced a new NIL deal. I'm like, come on, man. And now he's got 3.5 points. How much are the points worth? $100,000 a point? At this point, what? Oh my God. Cashing out. Or cashing in on the way out is what I guess we call it, man. The most points for either team is 11. Deloney here has 11. His average, by the way, is 11. Mitchell has 11. The backcourt is really struggling. 1 of 4 from Proctor. 1 of 2 from McCain. I don't know. I mean, no, sorry, 2 of 6. I was looking at the 3-pointers. Proctor is 2 of 6. McCain is 2 of 3. He's the only one with a decent shooting percentage. And Roach is 1 of 2. So between Roach and Proctor, you've got 3 for 10. And then Mitchell is the only one. The front court isn't producing. In a game where you have clear matchups down low, clear advantages, the front court is not producing. You are 4 of 8. That's it, 4 baskets. You actually have more baskets from the guards than you do from the front court. I don't get it. If you were going to exploit the size mismatch, this is what you would have done. Yeah, Roach absolutely has to come alive. I mean, look, the best players all season have been Roach, Filipowski, and McCain. Right? And it's kind of Filipowski, Roach, McCain, in sort of in that order. This is the NCAA tournament. It's March. Your best players must show up, especially your guards. At least McCain so far has showed up. Win or go home. I mean, yeah, yes. What's crazy to me though is like what I don't understand and how the tournament works is that like you have these very close games between like higher disparate seeds. This is what it feels like, right? You have these very close games between these seeds that are like, 8, 9, 10 seed lines apart. Like think about the Marquette and the Western Kentucky one from today. And or like this one, it's a 5-point game where you have a 4 and a 13. And then you have the Clemson game where Clemson was up 19 at one point in a 6-11 matchup, right? And then you have like teams that just run away with games when the seeds are actually closer than what this game is. All right, everybody we're going to have to calm down here. Anyway, we need good vibes. We need good vibes here. All right. Chat, what are your thoughts here? We need a good we need a very good first 4 minutes here. Oddly enough, I actually did not think we got off to a bad start. I thought at the end of the first 4-minute timeout, both teams were basically like it was 10-9, like it was going through it, and then Duke started to extend a lead, but just couldn't help itself, and then we need more Mitchell. Philip got to get the ball, man. He got 3 points, says Mark Robbins. Yeah, I mean, Flip's gotta go. I would not be surprised to see that the first play coming out of halftime is a low post to Flip or an isolation. The interesting thing about the Flip situation is that Vermont is opting to double Flip when he gets the ball in the paint, which obviously makes things difficult for him, and why perhaps it has opened the door for Mitchell to be more productive in this particular game. And Flip has been able to find 3-point shooters for assists. But, I mean, ultimately, you cannot go through this game and have less than, like, Flip cannot score less than 10 points, and I don't think it's a Duke W at the end of this. Aggressive play will create good deep offensive opportunities, drive it. I don't think they can keep up with Roach and Mitchell. And the other thing I liked for a bit there was that we were actually pushing the ball in transition, and then it seemed like we slowed the game down. There's no need to do that either. Just play. Clemson isn't a normal 6 for me, though. Better than that. Fell down due to a rough stretch of games. Interesting. So you think they were underseeded, essentially? Okay. They were underseeded relative to where they were. He has to do 16 points. Roach needs 20 or they're going to be watching from home the rest of the tournament. Yeah. Like I don't disagree with the sentiment. What I really don't want is for this thing to come down to a last second buzzer beater, because we are not coming out on the right end of that one, especially based off the circus shots that Vermont has been making so far. Can you fill me in on why teams elected not to play in the NIT? I mean, there are some teams that it depends for every team, right? Like, there are some teams that believe that, you know, they should only be they belong in the NCAA tournament and they don't. Like, I'm pretty sure like UNC did not go play in the NIT the other year when they missed the NCAA. So they think they're better than the NIT is basically the answer, the short answer. All right, right after these commercials, we should be back to the action here. I think they said left. They said that the final left message or something. I'm not sure what that means. I think Clemson was top 10 at one time. Were they really? Huh. Oh, well, yeah. Right now they're not playing at Madison Square Garden. They're playing at Barclays, which might be a reason why we're not doing as well, because we play much better in MSG than we do at Barclays. Although they're not that far. That's a Harlem Globetrotter shot. Yeah, I mean, that is what's been happening right now. Hey, bud. Literally what's been happening. Okay. Oh, the NIT finals got relocated. Oh, I have no idea. I would think that it moves every while. Like the NCAA final is not always in the same spot. I do not understand why we insist on making these games so interesting. Oh, it used to be MSG every year, huh? All right. Let's see, NIT final. It'll be at Indy this year. All right, so yeah, it'll be in Indianapolis. I feel like that's like the second go-to for the NCAA. They always just go to Indy. Remember what we said early on. Vermont is a team that has come back to win 5 times this season, they have battled back for 5 double-digit comeback wins, including against the College of Charleston, who is in the tournament, by the way. It's not just against total scrubs. They're going to start with the ball here. And here's the 10 wins after when trailing at halftime this season. That's the most in Division I. Be careful here, folks. TJ Long for 3. That's no good. Filipowski brings down his 9th rebound as we have resumed play here at the Barclays Center. Let's see. Roach to McCain to Filipowski, and Filipowski feeds Mitchell, and there it is again. This is what we got away from in the first half. Get back to going down low. Use the advantage. Play the matchup. Please do not make this more complicated than it has to be. Basketball is a simple game, folks. Oh, that's bad defense. Bogues just finds the back door there, and Mitchell gets caught sleeping. Roach trying to go right. Does he get it to Flip? No, he gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell to McCain. McCain gets it. No, sorry, that was Proctor. Filipowski gets bumped. And Iofalia gets his 3rd. Welcome in, Mr. Russman. Yes, love the Mark Mitchell dunk it on offense. Reminds me of Mark Williams or Derek Lively. Yeah, the difference between those two guys was that that's basically all they did. 70% shooting from the floor for those guys. Because they would just exclusively dunk the ball, which is exactly what you needed. Proctor's going to take an open 3. That's no good, and it hits the top of the backboard for an out of bounds. And we're back to a 5-point game. So we cling to a 5-point lead here at the start of the second. Bogues on Roach, and it's a turnover. Roach strips it. Good steal here, and he gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell, does he want to go one-on-one? He dribbles it off his foot. Luckily, it goes off the foot of a Vermont Catamount, but oh my god. Goes off Deloney, actually. Like, crazy. Yeah, it's the only thing that's worked, as Iron Eagle has pointed out. Roach. Oh my goodness. We tried to get it to Mitchell, but they weren't quite on the same page there. Roach now trying to drive in. Oh my goodness. He dribbles himself into trouble. Too much dribbling. Too much dribbling, and it's a turnover. The turnovers are just going back and forth, back and forth. We're like... need some help defense, maybe? Bogues. Outside to Deloney. Deloney's going to no way on that 3-pointer, but the rebound. Yeah, the rebound to Alamutu. Tries to get it to Bogues outside, and this is Bogues. Bogues for 3, no. McCain with a strong rebound there as Duke dodges the Vermont Bullets. We just look so dead offensively right now. Like, show some energy. You just bring the ball up the court lazily, getting into, like, waiting 20 seconds before getting into any real offense. Does Vermont bring the double here on Flip? Yes, they do. Get it across court to McCain. McCain for 3, in and out. Actually, Filipowski tries to get the rebound, but can't. Like, okay, McCain was open. He missed the shot. Mark Mitchell was open, too, by the way, right underneath the basket for a very high percentage, too, that we did not get. We'll review that play at the 17-minute mark at the TV timeout. Watch what I kind of mean by that. All right, deflected. Filipowski gets hit, and he just gives up the ball. What? Did he think he was going to get fouled? Oh, my God. Are you kidding me, man? Are you kidding me? I feel like Filipowski hit the deck thinking he was going to get fouled and just kind of like let the ball go over his head. This smells like an early egg. Yeah, you can sniff it. You can sniff it. I mean, we need an answer right now. We desperately need an answer. This team is asleep. That's what I've been saying, man. Like, it just looks bad. It doesn't look right. The eye test is telling you everything you need to know. Trust your eyes. Roach, Mitchell. All right, couldn't finish, but at least he gets fouled. At least there's some energy there. Mitchell will go to the free throw line. This team needs to wake up. Or head to the bus, man, because, like, yeah. Wow, that was a terrible free throw. Woo! Short. I'm not sure who they called the foul on. It might have been on Alan Mudu. That was his third. Okay, it was. Like, we're trying to... Interestingly, we're sort of getting Vermont players into foul trouble, sort of, but, like, it's never going to amount to anything because we don't knock anybody out of games with foul trouble. Mitchell misses them both, and Vermont has a chance to tie or take the lead as we literally haven't moved off this line here. I think we've scored 2 points this half, maybe. Nine seconds on the shot clock here, and here's Deloney. Oh, he's going to have an open three as long. Oh, my goodness, we dodged it. And Filipowski comes down with a rebound there. Vermont just couldn't hit the shot. Missed a wide open one. Wow. McCain. Vermont in this zone, and here's McCain for three. Swish. Wow, McCain, man, with the bailout for Duke. He's got 11. Need a stop and a score. Need a stop and a score. Mitchell picks up the foul, but at least Long doesn't score, and that'll be the first TV timeout here of the second. Let's rewind this. Let's go to the rewind theater here for a second. And this is what I mean at the 17-minute mark. Where was it? Nope. Not that one. Looking, it's hard to tell what the time is. Yeah, of course McCain had to have that one. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This particular one here. We get the ball into Flip. Like, he ends up hitting this three the next time he does this. But, like, he didn't see Mitchell's man kind of step away here. Freeze it. Freeze it right here. Like, I suppose at this point, Flip is already committed to going for McCain. And actually, Proctor is telling him to throw it to McCain. But Mitchell is by far the better option right here. So that did not work out for us. Because that's 2 points there. And he ended up missing the three. So that one did not work out. McCain now with 11. And yeah, we had basically prior to McCain's three-pointer, we had scored all of 2 points, which was 2 points to Mark Mitchell. And just beyond me, like, Mitchell is getting every single play that he wants down low in the paint, and we're just not feeding him the ball. It actually should be Filipowski doing that. It was only 3 points. Wisconsin and JMU licking their chops. Yeah, you know, it was funny. I picked the Gonzaga Kansas one. I picked the 5 and I picked the 12 and the 13 for that one, just because I was like, you know, there's probably going to be one of these pods where you have the double digit seeds facing off against one another. Turned out to be the NC State pod, I think it is right now, but yeah, it better not be this one. It says Sean Stewart comes into the game. I thought that was also very odd what happened to us, or what happened to Duke in the first half, when you brought in this lineup of like Sean Stewart, Jalen Blakes, and Ryan Young. And then you had Roach and Proctor on the floor. Like, that just did not work. And it is actually very concerning because, like, the depth of the bench, like, has not shown up, right? Like, it did not show up in the NC State game. It has not shown up here today. Like, yeah, the bench has been a disappointment. I think it has. There have been moments, but on a consistent basis, it has not happened. Filipowski kick out to Proctor. Proctor! Big shot there on the knuckleball. Wow. Wow, we are 7 of our last 20. Whew. Getting better, at least. Here's Bogues being guarded by Roach. Has to give it up there to Hurley. And Sean Stewart guarding Hurley. Stepped on the end line. Stepped on the sideline, actually. Did Vermont. It's a turnover. Okay, so now you have a situation. There you go. Where we are in an 8-point game. Can Duke get over the hump? Can we actually put a team away, chat? Please. Oh, McCain's kicked ball here as McCain tried to feed Filipowski down low. But right now, Filipowski isn't really aggressive. He's not looking to score. Still with 3 points, but definitely ranking up the assists at the moment. Got 4 of those so far on the afternoon. It's Proctor now. Duke inbounds with a 20-second reset shot clock. Roach is going to find Stewart. He does. They're try to get to Filipowski. The pass wasn't quite there. Then McCain now outside of Proctor. Proctor going to load up from 3 again. Not quite. Oh, that should be out on... That's out on Vermont. It was off Vermont. 100% off Vermont. Is this rebound? This is about the time that NC State started pulling away last night. Well, it is about the time for the better teams to assert themselves, or what ends up happening is the longer the lesser team hangs around, the more likely they are to win. Obviously, right? If you don't put them away, they get belief. You don't score enough points. Ryan Young into the game. Is Filipowski going to take a breather, presumably until the under 12 timeout? As Duke is just clinging on to a 7-point lead with Filipowski having only 3 points right now. Roach with the crossover dribble. And the shot, the mid-range shot, is just too far, actually. And that ball needs to land in the hands of Duke right now, and it should, actually. That steal. That's touched by Duke? Difficult. Well, no change in possession, so Vermont will have 13 seconds on the shot clock here. They have 10 seconds. Good defense there by Ryan Young, who puts his body on the deck and comes up with a steal. Good defensive stop there by Young. McCain with the step back jump. No, too strong. Sean Stewart. Oh, that should be a foul. Stewart doesn't get fouled on that. That's crazy. Because, look at this. Look at this. Well, we'll have to go back. If Stewart catches this rebound clean, it's a dunk. There's nobody in front of him. I'm not so sure that was a clean rebound there by Vermont, man. Unless the team gets some grit, this will be a short run. I mean, we've been waiting for it all season. Look at Grambling State right now. Only a 4-point deficit against Purdue. Purdue certainly can't go down to 2 16 seeds 2 years in a row, can they? Duke has gone cold here, as has Vermont, though. Oh, and they get this one. We're over-rotating here. Shamir Bogues has 11. Second Vermont Catamount into double figures. We're just kind of scattered on defense there. Let them hang around, hang around, hang around. Proctor. Now, oh, Proctor can't get the bunny to go, and it'll stay with Duke, though. Wow. Another one that we missed right at the rim. Where is this one? It's here. Let's go to the replay. I think it's this one. Young only playing 2 minutes per half. I mean, you basically just have to start. It's just it's like a 5-man rotation, man. Like, forget it, right? This is the Roach one. There's the step back jumper. That's no good. This one by Young. Come on. All right, it's not going to work for me. I don't know why. This one. Hang on. No, never mind. All right, I don't have the exact timestamp. I should have written it down. The one there, I thought Sean Stewart actually got fouled in the rebounding action, but... Oh, yeah. All right, so 5-point game here at the 12-minute timeout, media timeout. Much fewer in the foul cat, much fewer fouls this half. Only 2 fouls per team so far. All right. I mean, we almost had it there, right? We were up 8, 7. 7? 8? Up 7. Couldn't get a good play. Some of this is Vermont. Granted, again, they're top 10 in the country in scoring defense, holding teams to an average of 63 points per game. A lot of this is Duke. A lot of this is what we've seen in the Duke losses. McCain gonna go right to offensive. Oh. Yeah, Flip has 3 points. I mean, Flip has 3 points and Roach has 4. So, like, that is not a good recipe, right? Third foul on McCain here. And the turnover, because it's an offensive foul. Deloney, who has 11, passes it up, and now back to Deloney. He's got 8 seconds on the shot clock, and he's going to have to make it happen here. Deloney was hot in the first half, and he can't get that one to go. And McCain trying to push the tempo, but he won't. He'll pull it back out. Duke hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Proctor trying to feed Filipowski. Will Vermont bring the double? Yes, there it is. Oh, and they almost get it. Filipowski there. 9 seconds, and there's back to Proctor. Proctor with 7. Oh, man. Good defense by Vermont. McCain trying to go off last. McCain! Wow! McCain with 13. High off glass. Yo, this kid, at least McCain came to play, man. At least he came to play. I like this. You know what? I like this freshman. He's had a great freshman season. Consistent freshman season. Another missed three-pointer as Filipowski comes down with the rebound and almost loses it in an attempted flop again. So Duke clinging to a 7-point lead with 10:15. Here's Roach. Good feed to Mitchell. Mitchell does get it to go. Good finish by Mitchell there at the rim. That's his first non-dunk basket of the game, by the way. And now we're up to 9. Okay, so getting a little bit going here. Timeout, Vermont. Okay. Whew. Good little sequence there on the last 2, but man, did McCain have to bail us out there. It was 2 seconds on the shot clock and it went down for him. They gotta save Coach's job. I don't think it has anything to do with Coach's job. It's just getting back to fundamentals, man. Just exploit the matchups. Keeping track of some of the other scores at the moment. He's not Coach K. Keeping track of some of the other scores at the moment from around the tournament. What other teams are in action right now? Grambling State is being led by Purdue by 9 points. Alabama, the 4-13 matchup there with against the College of Charleston. Alabama up by 10, 42-32 in the first half. And then A&M extending a lead against Nebraska by 17 points currently with 9:21 to go. See, this is what I mean. Like it's just like some games, they seem like even like this 8-9 is supposed to be a close matchup, and A&M is just running away with it. But like the one this morning was actually pretty close. Flopping is the bane of my basketball existence. And Filipowski tends to do quite a bit of it, unfortunately. Let's see. Houston and Longwood still have to play. Madison and Wisconsin, TCU, Utah, St. Mary's, and Grand Canyon. We got 4 more games. Wow. Duke shooting has tempered, I think, right now at 44% from overall, rather, and 35.7 from three, 61% at the free throw line, which is awful. Awful. All right. Coming out of the Vermont timeout with 9:57 left, Duke by 9 in a low-scoring affair here, 46-37. Three-pointer on the way for Vermont. It's an air ball. Vermont has not shot the three well today, thankfully. They have not shot the three well. Actually, in fact, they are 3 of 14 for a nice 21%, so that has really saved us. They make on average 8 a game, so they are way under that. And Roach going off the glass. Roach there with the blow-by. Duke on a 6-0 run. Keyed in by going into the paint aggressively. And this is an 11-point contest at the moment. Actually 9 as Bogues gets the 2 to go. So back and forth we go. Roach gets fouled here, I think so. Obviously, Philip Haskey dunks it on a dead ball call. Two shots here for Roach. As we're going up. Time to stand. Deloney gets called for that foul. That's his second. Roach makes the first. Yeah, but if Roach can also shoot it very well. I mean, he's like 40% from three, 42-something% from three. All right, book 2 points there for Roach. He's got 8 and Duke has an 11-point lead again. We need to lock it down defensively. Try dunking when it counts, says Nick. That's exactly what my point. That was my point. Philip Haskey guarding beyond the 3-point line right now. And now it's going to be Mitchell as Alamuto gives it to Bogues. And Bogues with the crossover to the 3. Oh, no good. The kind of just wild shots from Vermont from 3 right now. McCain, on the other hand, going to step into it, in and out. Oh, that was going to be huge. The transition 3. Yeah, Vermont hasn't hit a single 3 in this half. 0 for 7. They're way below their season average. Bogues for 2. And the lead is back down to 9. Roach probing. Roach going to go in with the floater. Couldn't get it to go. Trying to come down with the rebound. Can't get it. Vermont has numbers here if they want it. They are pushing. TJ Long. No, going to go to Bogues. Bogues for 3. Oh. They just keep shooting it. And eventually it's going to go. 6-point game. Timeout. Timeout, Duke. I don't contradict them. I merely point out alternatives. There's a difference. Oh, we were down to 6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, boy. So This is the push that we saw. It's very similar push that we saw Vermont make, by the way, in the first half, more or less at the same time. I mean, Duke goes on a 6-0 run where you get buckets from McCain, Mitchell, and Roach, and then Vermont brings themselves right back into it. Like, we've gone as far as opening an 11-point lead, and then just quick 5-0 from Vermont gets them right there. So, 6-point game. I don't know. I was hoping something would click for this team in the tournament. Like, maybe actually learning how to put teams away, but you are your season, I guess, when it comes down to the NCAA tournament. Either way, we're in for a close one, especially as we go down the stretch. The only foul trouble on our team right now is McCain. He's got 3. Vermont is contending with a little bit more foul trouble. 2 players with 3 points there. A win is a win. I mean, sure, it's survive in advance, but like, it doesn't give you great feelings about the ability of your team to like continue to progress, right? Who knows? Our defenses may win is the tournament. Who knows? Our defense may win in our defense. I mean, yeah, the problem is you can't end up like Virginia, which is a team that doesn't have any offense. You can't end up with stagnant offense, uncreative offense. I mean, the Duke offense is very simple. It's just a lot of pick and roll action. Like, it's very easy. It seems like we don't have a plan when Flip inevitably gets double teamed. But actually, I think the plan is very obvious when Flip gets double teamed. The plan is to pass out of it, which he's done to open shooters and then gotten assists. I actually think that is probably one of the better plans, is to flip the ball, let the double team come, and then reverse it out and have one of the shooters take a good shot. The problem that you're alluding to, actually, is more like... is we haven't found a way to flip the ball in the post. We're just kind of like, throwing around the perimeter like we are now, and let's see. All right, are they going to bring the double team? Yes, he dribbles once and they bring the double team there. McCain with a turnaround jump shot is too short, and Filipowski... No, they're going to call Fiorillo for that one. That's 3 fouls with him. Adding flame graphic to shots. I saw that. It's kind of a silly flame graphic, though. It's not like... It's just like an orange streak. It's not actually fire. They went budget with it. 6:45 to go and 14 on the shot clock here. Duke by 6. And now 9 as Proctor hits again. Yeah, they tried to go underneath the screen and Duke made them pay. So now we need to stop. Need to stop in a bucket here. Stop in a bucket. Good defense so far. Good by Mitchell, though he kind of sells himself out. Good switch. Good communication there by Filipowski. Now Mitchell kind of gets beat. This is Alamutu here. Alamutu, really tough shot. Can we come down with the rebound? Yes, we can. And who is it? Who else other than Jared McCain? Filipowski looks tired, man. He looks tired. He's just kind of like hobbling around, not really walking around. Like, I don't know. I don't blame him, but like, he looks tired. Feed it to Filipowski. We got another foul down low, actually. Alamutu, that's the 4th foul on him. I don't know if Filipowski is conserving energy or he's totally gassed, but especially if we got a bucket here, Shire might want to consider sending him to the bench for a few minutes. But we need a bucket. We need a little bit of separation, a little bit of breathing room. Of course, we've all come to love Jared McCain. Like, the dude's legit. Oh, except for that miscommunication between McCain and Proctor. And again, when you have a 9-point lead and then you turn it over, Vermont almost comes back with a 3, but it was too far out. Vermont not capitalizing so far on the Duke mistakes. Gonna go with the horn set here. Two bigs at the top, maybe? No. It's just gonna be Roach, one-on-one. He's got 8. No, he's gonna draw a foul there on Hurley. Should be the 6th team foul here on Vermont, as we are 1 away from the 1-on-1 bonus. Welcome in, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Hope you all had a great week as we approach 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Duke currently clinging to a 9-point lead as we have another timeout called by John Shire here. And that is 5 on the clock. Anyways, I was saying, if you're new here, please consider giving a like and a follow. We do all the Duke games throughout the season. We're going as far as Duke goes. Any game could be our last game. This is where we're at right now. I'm not sure if this is a quick timeout, a 30-second, or a... Okay, it is. Or a minute. It is 30 seconds. All right. Let's go. Inbounding here because it was 6 fouls. Chad is asking for the Roach takeover. McCain, 18 seconds here. Yeah, we did get the shot clock reset, so now we tick under 5 minutes. Roach, he sees a line to the basket. Yes, and 1 for Jeremy Roach. I don't know. I thought Vermont, that guy looked kind of set, though. Hold on. We need a replay here. He kind of got in late. Fiorello, that's his 4th foul. So both Fiorello and Alamutu have 4 fouls here for Vermont. 10 points so far for Jeremy Roach. It's actually the 4th Blue Devil, believe it or not, in double figures right now. And he will complete the 3-point play on a high arcer, which is 11. So we have 15 for Mitchell, 13 for McCain, 11 for Proctor, and 11 for Roach. And now we have a 12-point lead here in Brooklyn. There's the 3-pointer by Deloney, and that connects quite easily, hitting the bottom of the net. So back to a 9-point margin here. Proctor gives it to Roach. Roach going to go right to the rim. He can't finish it. Nice rebound there by Mitchell. Just run clock here for a second, I think, actually. Yeah. Shire tells him to do that. 10 seconds on the shot clock here, and now the press. Basically, Vermont is coming up with a press, trying to harass their double team everyone, but not Proctor, who comes in with a silky smooth 2-point shot. He's got 13. Oh, what a block! And now in a fast break, Roach, come on, take it. Oh, no. You're going to give it to Proctor? Proctor for 3? No good. Rebound Mitchell. Outside to Roach and reset. Okay, all right. Reset here. McCain tells Roach to just lay off for a second because we got 3:20 left in the game. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Roach is going to hoist 3. That is just shot grazes the rim to save itself from being an air ball, but it's not very good. Oh, And there goes the water spill. Whoops. What's wrong with Roach? Jeez, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I mean, he's gone 3 of 10. Proctor has gone 5 of 13. Roach is only 1 of 2 from deep. Proctor is 3 of 9. McCain is 3 of 6. Just not a good overall, like all-around shooting night. We're 33% from beyond the arc, which is actually bringing down our overall percentage, which is 43.2. So your TV went back to the first half, Cat Fan? That's not good. That's definitely not good. That doesn't sound good at all. Whew. Here we go again, not hitting the big momentum shots. Just lets Vermont mentally stay in it. I relived the first half. They all seem fatigued, but I don't see how. We played at a snail's pace all night. And win is to win, but not feeling optimistic after tonight is what Shane says. I mean, yeah, it's crazy to me that, like, do we have any points off the bench? We have Jalen Blakes with 2 points off the bench. That's it. Otherwise, all the starters actually made it into double figures. But yeah, we really don't have much production beyond that. As soon as I saw the YMCA shot, I was like, oh, this is the wrong half. Yes, that is true. They have not yet made, yet being the operative word, a YMCA shot here in the second half. So, we are currently up 11, which is a 4-possession game and 30-second shot clock. You have to bring this thing to within, you have to keep your margin of where you're at to be in a position to win within 2 to 3 minutes of the game time left. All right, here we go. Bogues dribbles it up the floor for Vermont. Gets it down to Iovalaia. Iofalea. I missed a Duke foul. Who were they saying that foul was on? Not sure. Anyway, the inbound pass from the side. No good on the shot there for who are we? For Vermont. Vermont. Yeah. McCain to the free throw line, makes the first, and extends to a 10-point game, which we are feeling better and better about this. It's a 12-point game. We're feeling very good about this as the seconds tick off the clock, and McCain hits them both. So we are at 60 to 47 right now. Yes, McCain has 4 fouls. 5 is a foul out. Yep. 5 is a DQ. Roach bringing the ball out. Yeah, the NBA is 6. It's 1 less than college. I don't know why, but it is. That's right. It was the Wisconsin game. The Wisconsin game had a crazy setup this morning. As I was just watching the ticker go by the floor, that reminded me. So Roach, and actually, as the question from CatFan in chat is 5 a DQ. Yes, in fact, 5 is a DQ, and that is it for Alamutu. Yeah, the NBA is 6. You get an extra because you play 48 minutes instead of 40, so you play 20% more minutes, and you get 20% of the coins to cover it. So there you go. And Roach gets them both. Whew! 13 points for Jeremy Roach. Yeah, we have to play faster. That's for sure. That's what Raftery is basically saying. We definitely have to play faster. Oh, great block by Mitchell! Duke just does get it ahead of the time chronoton. One minute 35 seconds and 10 seconds on the shot clock. 5. Proctor going left. Proctor too strong. And then all alone, Roach can't intercept it. Oh! Oh no, the guy injured himself. Oh no. Oh, the Vermont guy injured himself as he was going up. Ah, that looked awful. Oh, that looked terrible. Ooh. Oh, that looked really bad. I don't want to speculate, but that looked really bad. Ugh. Proctor put up a lot of bricks tonight. Yeah, he did. Oof. That is not good. This reminds me of 2010 with the West Virginia, that West Virginia game. Oh man. Or the 2014. 2013. Anyway, the Ware one, the Louisville player, remember that? I don't know what it is, man. Teams against Duke in the NCAA tournament, man. Yikes. That is not good. Well, he's being helped to the locker room. Really unfortunate there. Really sort of unfortunate way to close out the game. No, there was the West Virginia guy who tore his ACL in 2010 in the Final Four. And then there was the Louisville one in the Elite Eight. And now there is this one in the first round. Yeah. All right, so Duke by 15 after Jeremy Roach has taken over the game. And Deloney will foul Roach. A little bump check there, and that'll be double bonus for the Blue Devils. I'm missing a foul on one of the players, but anyway, okay. Is there a bad Sweet 16 injury? I don't know if it's, I don't know the Sweet 16, but now second round in Sweet 16. You got first round, you got Elite 8, and you got Final 4. I can't think of ones for the Sweet 16 or the second round. Oof. All right, well, with about a minute left, the game's over, thankfully. As Roach goes 1 of 2 here, and that's 14 for him. So, the ACC will, as Vermont will change the sideline here, and the ACC will go 4-0. Yeah, as Duke is going to hang on here as we kind of just extended ourselves late. But not without a nerve-wracking bit of a stretch there, for sure. Okay, we will play again Sunday. I don't know what time. I expect it'll be later in the day, though, based on how this particular one was later in the day. No, Virginia, no. Virginia technically didn't make it into the field of 64. We will shun them. We are shunning Virginia. 4-0. But I appreciate everybody hanging out here on this Friday evening. Make sure to hit the sub and the like. Come back on Sunday as Spencer Hubbard comes into the game. And we've also gone our own line change here in the last 20 seconds. But Shire wins. We will play either Wisconsin or James Madison. Probably better if we play James Madison, because then it'll be Dukes versus Blue Devils versus Duke. Kind of like how that works. Virginia is the redheaded stepchild of the ACC, the black sheep. Yes. Indeed they are. Master has James Madison pulling the 5-12 upset. Could be. We haven't seen a 5-12 upset yet, I don't think. Ryan Young makes 1 of 2 at the line. Hey, at least we're doing better than Kentucky. Making it on to the second round. Now we can trash Kentucky for losing in the first round. Now that the trash talk is acceptable. Duke pulls away late here to win by 17. And Master, have you picked Clemson all the way to the Final Four in your bracket? Gotta put your money where your mouth is, man. Yeah, Ryan Young with his 1 point. Oh boy, the bench with 4 points. And there we are. Chalk fan picked JMU and Yale. Nicely done. Nicely done. What a gross, unpleasant game. Duke has to turn this around. Yeah, I don't feel good about this game at all. I am going to go to the gym, get my angst out, and then bathe because it feels dirty. So, yeah. I'm not really like, it also kind of like felt weird to me how we ended up like winning by double figures. Like, I don't know. Yeah. At least we're doing better than Kentucky on my tombstone, says Karsten. We got it out of our system. Look, during every tournament, there's going to be that game that like you just kind of survive in advance. But this doesn't fit that because of the end score. Like the survive in advance is like, oh, you have a team that plays you really well, but you're also kind of playing really well, and it's like neck and neck going down the stretch. And then like you just manage to make like a 1 winning play, or the other team turns it over, or like a self-implosion by the other team. Yeah, this one doesn't fit that. Flip had 3. Yeah, Flip had 3. So here's the final tally. Mitchell was assertive early, but some of this, like, you have to realize the reason that Mitchell is open early is because Filipowski is getting double teamed, right? And like the point, Vermont is basically saying anybody but Flip. So you end up coming up with the 4 other starters. Yeah, but UConn was playing a 16. Like, come on. The 4 other starters come up with McCain with 15, Mitchell with 15, Roach with 14, Proctor with 13. Although this one was like, you know, it was just not a very efficient Proctor. It's like 5 for 14. It's like, oh God, like, yikes. Yeah, Samford got robbed. And like Flip, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 points. I mean, he didn't foul out. He didn't foul out. That is, you know what? I will take that from Filipowski. He did not foul out. So at least he played defense without fouling. Yeah. He got some good rebounds. He got some good assists. Would have been more assists if his teammates actually made the shots, by the way. Right? Like, but in any case, the game plan was clearly anybody but Filipowski from Vermont. They had to sort of, you know, they had to over-commit, kind of like over-index for their lack of a big man, where they couldn't just leave. Like, nobody on that team could go one-on-one against Flip, which leaves Mark Mitchell open. We've seen this kind of dynamic with other teams in the past, and so he ends up with 15. Anyway, we're going to leave it at that. Again, I did not think this game was not pleasant to watch. But it's March, it's a tournament. Yeah, Flip did not brick any threes. He did not even attempt one, actually, which is, yeah. He did not try to use any of his 3-point allotment that we give him. We give him 3, he used none. Now, that does not mean he gets to carry over into the next game, by the way. There's no carryover. Herbert Williams, welcome in. This is a happy, all right, yes, we can be happy at the win. We can sleep well tonight. Let's put it that way. We will all sleep well tonight as Duke fans. And then we'll get up tomorrow. We'll enjoy the games tomorrow. It should be some good ones. Tomorrow is really when there's some big upsets can start. By the way, recall that it's been several years since all the 1 seeds make it past the first, like make it into the Sweet 16 in that first weekend. Would not be surprised to see a 1 seed go down this weekend. I'm not, like, could it be North Carolina? North Carolina against Michigan State is a super interesting game. Tom Izzo could do us a huge favor tomorrow, by the way, if Michigan State takes down Carolina. Circle that game. That's the one to watch tomorrow. Go Spartans, 100%. I picked them, I think. I didn't pick them in my bracket because I want Caleb Love to beat Carolina, but that would be an incredible one. So keep an eye on that particular one. And then Houston still has to play. Who's the other one? UConn. Yeah, UConn blew through it. So UConn will play on Sunday. Keep an eye on the Sparty, Carolina game. It should be an early game too, I think. So in any case, all right, we're gonna leave it at that. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to all the regulars for showing up and hanging out here. Again, if you're new here, please go ahead and hit the sub button. We've been doing this all season where we hang out for the Duke games and talk about them in real time and live. And as Master says, keep an eye on Clemson there. But okay, we will see you on Sunday. Plan for it. I will be here for sure. Game time to be determined, as well as opponent to be determined based on this JMU Wisconsin game. I prefer JMU. Let's root for the 5-12 upset. New Killer says 2024 national championship. Clemson did beat UNC this year. I believe they were 1-1 against Carolina. But okay, that's gonna be it for me. Until Sunday, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you in basically 36 hours. Stay safe, and as always, go Duke. Good night.